Last program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
I'm holding in my hand the American Silver Eagle dollar. It's a beautiful piece of American history, and it's 1 ounce of silver. Originally minted in 1986, these coins are a beautiful classic piece of American history, and they're a great investment you should add to your portfolio. The beauty of silver is that however much you have available to invest, silver is affordable and easy to acquire, with one coin costing around $30. So, if you choose to invest a few thousand in silver, you can get quite a bit for your money, and you'll have a tangible asset that you can hold, one you can be proud to own. Claim your piece of American history with American Silver Eagle dollars. Call the Silver Hotline right now.
800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. That's 800-620-1624.
Are you truly committed to feeling better? I mean, absolutely feeling your best? What's the key? Eat well, sleep well, lots of hydration through water, and also your daily innovative wellness athletic supplement packs. These packets are created to supplement your daily lifestyle, allowing your body to have the nutrients it needs to run efficiently. These packets include multi-omega fish oil, D3K2 5000, probiotic, and magnesium. It's nearly impossible to get all the nutrients our body requires to run efficiently on a regular basis from our food alone. Taking this daily packet will leave you feeling more energetic and more vibrant. Your brain body will be able to detoxify more efficiently, which naturally reduces inflammation. Find out today. InnovativeWellness.Center. InnovativeWellness.Center. And use the code SPORTS Overnight America.
Hi, this is Blake Byrne. Each Saturday night, we're talking health and fitness right here on Sports Byline USA. You can hear my podcast on the iHeartRadio as well. Hit me up on Instagram at burn.blake and Twitter.
Health and fitness with Blake Byrne each Saturday night during Sports Weekend, right here on Sports Byline Broadcast, iHeart, TuneIn, Simple Radio, and the American Forces Radio Network. Back here in Chicago,
please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Western Reserve Radio 2, the iMedia One Network, and Sports Radio 1240 present our Cleveland Cobras high school football game all of the week. Today, we greet you from New Middletown, Ohio, as the Brookfield Warriors invade New Middletown to take on the Springfield Tigers. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard here from the press box in New Middletown. Guys, it didn't look good, I'd say 45 minutes ago, Dave, that we were going to get this game started on time, but since then, the storm has blown past, the temperatures have dropped, and it's turned into a pretty good Friday night so far.
Yes, it definitely has perfect weather right now, and having that perfect weather was we need for one of these teams to get off the snide.
You look at these two teams both coming off losses last week. Brookfield fell at Hubbard 49-14. Springfield, they fell at South Range 42-14. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we go inside the Malutic Live Coaches Corner. That's coming up after this first timeout right here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football. or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Pintura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Pre-game show continues right here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and the Sports Radio 1240. Time to go inside the Coach's Corner, as always brought to you by Malutic Live, your home for high school sports. Follow them on social media at Malutic_Live. Up first, it is the veteran head coach Randy Clark of the Brookfield Warriors. Pre-game show continues, joined by the head coach of the Brookfield Warriors, Randy Clark. And, Coach, I know you don't want to, but let's go back, talk a little bit about last week against Hubbard. Were you able to take anything positive out of that game?
Yeah, the first quarter and a half. Then after that, the wheels fell off. But there's a lot of good things, but there was a lot more bad things. A lot of turnovers and a lot of mental mistakes.
I know you started a young quarterback in that game. How is his progress going for you?
Well, he had a good day, a couple of days so far this week. He just got to learn to move on. That's all he's got to do. He played 8 games for us last year there as a freshman, and he just sometimes he just gets in those funks and hard time getting out of it.
When you look back at this rivalry between Hubbard and Brookfield coming back for over 10 years, do you think it's good for both schools to have this rivalry back like it used to be?
Yeah, I say yeah. It is. The thing about it is really, I mean, until or if we beat them, I don't consider it a rivalry. We haven't beat them in so dang long. But I'd like to get it back together and play year in, year out, and not just sporadically, you know what I mean?
What's the matchup against Springfield? How does it set up for you?
Well, Springfield's been very good. They're well coached year in, year out. Always got great kids. This matchup this year, with this, the way we played last year, and some of the injuries we got, it's hard to determine what's going to happen.
When you look at this game, a lot of coaches say major improvement between week 1 and week 2. I know you're only a few practices into the week, but have you seen that from your guys?
Yeah, we've had 2 good practices so far, and hopefully a third one today. I agree with that. I mean, I believe you do make your biggest improvements from week 1 to week 2. And let's just hope that stays true.
And when you look at this game on the road, Coach, for the first 2 weeks, what's a key to go on? What can you have to do to go on the road and get a victory?
Well, first of all, we got to take care of the ball. We can't spot somebody 21, 27 points in a minute and a half. We can't. There's nobody out there that can do that, and I know we can't do that. We got to take care of the ball. We got to be fundamentally sound, and our kids got to be able to work through it.
And finally, Coach, how excited are you to get home next week, to get to your new facility that's on campus?
We're really excited. I mean, it's a long time coming, and just hopefully everything works out and we go by without any glitches. That's all.
Coach, appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
The Mahoning Valley Federals is the area's minor league football team. After only 2 years in existence and an appearance in the league playoff semifinal game, the Federals are looking to add Valley High School and college talent to help take the next step toward a league championship. For more information on how to become part of the Federals' journey, go to Facebook at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team or contact General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Pregame show continues here from New Middletown as we get you ready for Brookfield and Springfield here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Time to jump back in the Malutic Live Coaches Corner and hear from Springfield head coach and newly named athletic director, Sean Guerrero. We are back inside the Coach's Corner, joined by Springfield football head coach and now athletic director Sean Guerrero. And Coach, how has it been having the extra responsibilities to start this season off?
It's been good so far. I've got a great crew around me, so I can't complain with any other duties that are going on. But it's been a good transition so far.
Coach, let's look back at last week's game against South Range. Boy, that's always a tough opponent for you to open up the season with. What do you take from that game last week?
Oh, right there again. I think it's a good kind of eye-opener for us because you want to be able to play good football and go against playoff teams. And obviously, with the program that they have over there, right now we know we got a lot of work to do. So it was a good eye-opener for us. Our kids end up really doing a great job. I want to see how they responded. I felt like we had a great practice on Monday, Tuesday. We'll see how today. But I feel like our kids will respond to that. Obviously, with the work that needs to be done, you have to definitely correct some of the mistakes that happen. But I feel right now good in the direction our team's going.
Coach, you played a couple of quarterbacks in that game against South Range. Is that the plan going forward till somebody takes control of that job?
Well, right now it's been a great competition throughout the summer, and they both kind of have their own unique thing that they bring to the team. Try to keep the competition going and one kind of steps forward and over the rim.
When you look at this week's matchup against Brookfield, it's another common opponent you've had the last couple of seasons. Kind of tell us about preparation for Brookfield and that high-powered offense that they bring.
Well, right now they have a lot of different athletes that have taken the distance. So defensively, sure that we're running to the football and we're not giving them alleys to run through. They're big up front, so they can move you around. So it's going to be a good challenge for our kids going into week 2. And like I said, hopefully we'll end up responding in the correct way.
Coach, I've had a lot of coaches over the years say, in their opinion, the biggest week of improvement is the practice between Game 1 and the playing of Game 2. Do you believe that's true, and have you seen that from your guys?
Well, right now, before, I feel like our team's moving in the right direction. Never know with a game like that coming off week 1 how the kids are going to respond, if they're hang their heads a little bit. But our kids have not done that. I think our seniors do a great job in kind of leading our team to make sure we are moving in the right direction. So I'm happy with it. And if we can kind of simplify some things that we're doing up as the coaching staff, we're going to put our kids in the best situation that we can for them to succeed. So now I feel good in the direction our kids are going, and hopefully we'll end up playing, better than we did on Friday, and we'll eliminate some mistakes.
Coach, thanks for having us for the game this week, and as always, we appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks so much.
That was the head coach of the Springfield Tigers, Sean Guerrero, as we wrap up the Melodic Live Coaches Corner. And you look at these two teams, Dave, as we've got the Springfield alma mater going on in the background as the teams have yet to take the field. And when you talk about Brookfield, you've got to put a big focus on Rico Smith. Last week against Hubbard, only 14 carries for 187 yards, 2 scores, and he added 3 catches for another 87 yards.
Yeah, big play waiting to happen is what he is. And I just remember him from the track season. I seen that speed, and I asked, hey, how old is this guy? And they said he was only a sophomore. And this is unbelievable speed and size. He's got size also.
So you've got a sophomore at quarterback and a sophomore at tailback for Brookfield. When you look at Springfield on the other side of things, you heard Coach Guerrero mention that they really haven't had a separation at the quarterback spot. So depending the situation and the score, it may dictate who we see tonight.
Right. And, a lot of times the saying is you don't have one. If you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't have any. So, but a lot of times people run the 2-system type quarterback system now. And this is probably what according to how the game is flowing, that's who's in there at that time.
And this is an interesting week 2 game for me, because these are 2 perennial playoff teams, 2 teams that have had a lot of success, over the years. Both had losses in week 1. We mentioned it earlier. Brookfield lost to Hubbard 49-19. Springfield lost to South Range 42-14. Those 2 teams also, perennial playoff teams. So curious to see how this pans out.
Yeah, and actually definitely curious for this.
We're going to take our final break, come back and have more on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Pintura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street, or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Would you like a copy of one of the exciting games you heard on the iMedia One network? Just email us and we'll tell you how to get one. Email davidferris.westernreserveradio@gmail.com. That's davidferris.westernreserveradio@gmail.com.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
And we welcome you back to New Middletown for Brookfield and Springfield. Both teams have taken to the field. We are moments away from tonight's kickoff. And we can tell you the Brookfield Warriors in the navy blue and gold with the arrow on the helmet, and Springfield in the all black tonight. Black pants, black jerseys, white numbers with the black helmets with the Tiger logo on the side. And if you're just joining us here for the pregame, it was one of those where we weren't quite sure what the weather was going to do, but so far, so good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it was on 45 minutes earlier, we had a different forecast for them because it really looked like it was something that was going to happen, and it's really turned out to be great.
And you are listening to Sports Radio 1240 WBBW Youngstown, a communist media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One Network, as we get set to get this game underway here shortly. Dave, this was a game that Springfield won last year when they faced the Brookfield Warriors by a final score of 42-7 at Brookfield.
Yeah, so you know Brookfield is definitely coming in looking for revenge tonight, and with both of them coming out with opening day losses, I'm sure that both teams will be revved up, ready to go. And like I said, Brookfield is coming here. Since they came and beat them on their turf, I'm sure they want to return the favor tonight.
And in a rare occurrence that we joke about throughout the last few years, we caught the coin toss tonight.
Yes, seen it all. I can't believe it. But we do know that Brookfield will be receiving, and we'll get to see them on offense right off.
So, yeah, Springfield won the toss. They deferred, so they will get their hands on the football to begin tonight's game. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Repair That Glass, reminding you that accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. And, we kind of joked about it here in the press box and on the way here. It feels like this should be week 3 since we already did 2 games last week, but it's only week 2.
Yeah, that's all it is. And it definitely has thrown me off because I thought it was the 3rd week.
Yeah, we had trouble with Friday and Saturday last week.
Yeah, I mean, we were all mixed up on all the days. So we'll start getting it in order now after this week here, I'm sure.
So we are in for what looks to be a good matchup here tonight on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Overcast and in the 80s for tonight's game to get this one started. Looking ahead on the schedule, of course, next week, we do something we don't do all that often. We're going to head across the border to Western Pennsylvania for Ursuline and Farrell.
Yeah, that should be a real good one. We didn't know what Farrell may have. They had a very good game against Hickory, but I'm sure they'll regroup and get ready for Ursuline, who we also seen in a barn burner in their first game. So that should be definitely a good game, and see what happens across the border next week.
So Springfield will kick. Brookfield going to put 2 returners back deep. Handling the kicking duties is Kason Kostick, the senior for the Springfield Tigers. And we are just about ready to get week 2 of the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week underway here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Bouncing kick, big hop, fielded and down right there at the 30-yard line. As one of the up men, let's get you a number on that for Brookfield. That is Deegan Hunkus, the junior wide receiver who just took a knee, and Brookfield will have good field position, 1st and 10 from their 30.
Yeah, just went on there and go ahead and get set up on offense, and good field position to start out with. So get in there on the 32-yard line and gives them opportunity to have that type of field position and get started.
Rankin is the quarterback. The sophomore will see Rico Smith and Tim Gregorino at the running back spot. Christian Davis, Deegan Hunkus, your wide receiver. CJ Campana is the tight end. Rankin will start with receivers to each side. Going to send Davis in motion. And before we can get the first play underway, we've got a whistle and a procedure penalty. The first one on Brookfield. It's going to back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, that there just seems like something was off. Offensive line was moving on one side. The other side was still not yet out of their stance. So just a little off time in there.
Hopefully nothing like we saw last week with 28 penalties called between Canfield and West Branch on Friday.
Yeah, that's just one now. We want to keep that as low as possible this week.
Back them up 1st and 15 from the 28-yard line. And now we're ready to get back to action. So it'll be trips to the left for Brookfield. Single back in the backfield with Rankin is Rico Smith. Is going to get the first carry. Rico Smith going to be swarmed under by several defenders at about the 24-yard line. So he's going to lose a couple on that play, and it's going to bring up a second down and very long for Brookfield.
Fortunate to get that whistle off real quick because he was still struggling to get yardage and actually broke those tackles, but the whistle had already blown.
So that'll be a loss of 3, set up a second down and 18 for Brookfield, working left to right on your device as we begin tonight's game here in the opening quarter. 2 receivers to the right. They will run it with the running back once again. That's Rico Smith. And Smith able to get across the 25 near the 26-yard line. He'll pick up 2. This will set up a third down and about 16 to go.
Yep, trying to run the ball and trying to establish something, but it puts them in a long situation now, Mark. And a lot of times this is not where you want to have your sophomore quarterback in a position like this where you're third down and about 15 yards to go.
Rankin breaks the huddle. He'll have Smith in the backfield with him and 2 receivers to the right. Going to set up the screen pass to Christian Davis, who makes the catch, turns it upfield, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds right near the 35-yard line. We'll have to see where they spot him out, maybe at the 34. So it's going to bring up a fourth down and long now for Brookfield.
Yeah, now they'll have to relinquish the ball and give it up. And Springfield should get some good field position after they punt this ball.
Christian Davis will now be the punter, single returner back at the 36. Davis off the side of his foot, little squib kick that is going to check up and go out of bounds right near midfield. And that is where the Springfield will get the ball at midfield for the first possession. We're scoreless with 11:06 to play in the first quarter.
Yep, right at the 50. We're started off at.
So 1st and 10 for the Springfield Tigers as they will huddle up just off the bench that is right here in front of us in New Middletown. And you heard it in the pregame show. Coach Guerrero, now also the athletic director, taking those duties over this year, and praised the people that are around him that made the transition easy.
Yeah, and that helps big time because this is a big duty to be a head coach and then also the athletic director. So to have people in your corner, that's great.
Single receivers to each side. Wing now goes in motion, and Kuboff, and will have a penalty flag thrown. And that is going to be an illegal procedure penalty on Springfield. So both teams suffering the same penalty on their first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, and the same thing happened. Too eager to get off. Man in motion was ready to go towards the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. And that called that penalty there.
Marco Gentile, the sophomore, getting the start at quarterback. It's 1st down and 15 from the Springfield 45-yard line. 1 receiver to each side. That is a wing to the left in Wyatt Kuboff, who now goes in motion. They are going to give it to the running back. That's Dante Gentile, the senior. And Gentile down to about the 49-yard line, picks up close to 4. It'll bring up a second down and 11.
Yeah, trying to get some of that back there. This is the down, crucial down where you want to make, if you got to go to third down, you want to make it as simple as possible as far as yardage.
Springfield had success running the football last week against South Range. They averaged over 5 yards a carry in that game. Twins to the right, wing to the left side, single back in the backfield, Dante Gentile. He's going to get the pitch, try to turn outside. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Is coming up from that Brookfield secondary. That's C.J. Campana, the senior linebacker, there to make the stop and bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, I mean, he came up out of nowhere and read that play immediately to get in the backfield and drop him for a loss.
So 3rd and 16 now facing Springfield as both teams offensively challenged because they've been behind the chains.
Yeah, and that's what you don't want to have is to be behind the chains. Mainly, you want to keep these guys ahead, and they haven't been able to do that so far.
3rd down and long. Twins to the right, single receiver left side. Slot man right comes in motion, and one of the offensive linemen stood up. And that'll be another procedure penalty on Springfield to back them up another 5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of these type of penalties in the opening week of the season usually get that out. And we're seeing that tonight so far. And hopefully they both will get those things together.
On the Discount Power Sports scoreboard, under 10 minutes to play in the opening quarter at Poland. Poland with a 7-0 lead over the Howland Tigers. Third down, 21 now for Springfield. Single receivers to each side. Cunningham goes in motion. They give it to him on the sweep across the 40, 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, and out of bounds with the flag in the backfield. In the area where we might see some holding or an illegal block.
Yeah, I think that'll come back. Here it is. There's the call, the holding on the outside there.
Already the third penalty on Springfield in this opening drive. And that is a play that under Coach Guerrero, Springfield was known for, that jet motion, pop pass, anything to get their skill guys the football.
Yeah, get them on the outside in space, and that's where he wanted them. This is one of his blockers happened to get outside the body frame of the defender on his block, and the holding call was called.
So the ball now resting at the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 15 after the spot foul for the hold for the Springfield Tigers. They'll come to the line of scrimmage. Two receivers to the left, wing to the left side, and Wyatt Kuboff. Two backs in the backfield now. Gentile goes in motion. He'll swing it to him in the flat, and that play was read perfectly by the Brookfield defense. Rico Smith came up and laid the lumber.
Right.
Knocked that pass loose, and it brings up a 4th down and 15.
I mean, he read that from the beginning, Mark. You could see it, that he read it. He started coming forward as it was developing. And it was slow developing, too, type of play. With not a lot of protection out there for the runner, and he laid it to him.
So Dante Gentile will handle the punting duties today for Springfield and Coach Guerrero. Single returner back deep is Christian Davis for Brookfield. Davis standing at his own 20-yard line. 4th and 15 from the 45-yard line. High snap. Gentile gets it down, and that is partially deflected. And they're just going to let this ball roll. And deflected or not, it's going to be a great kick for Springfield all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, it turned out great for him. It would have had a roughing the kicker if he wouldn't have got part of that ball, but he did deflect the football, so it wasn't, I hear a little uproar here in the stands, but they did deflect the football.
Exactly 9 minutes to play in our opening quarter. No score between Brookfield and Springfield on the Cleveland Cobras high school football game of the week. Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard, Matthew Craven back at the iMedia Studios in Struthers on the dials tonight. So both teams facing difficulty offensively.
Yeah.
We'll see if the offenses can settle in on their second possession.
Yeah, we're going to see what Brookfield going to do. It seem like they like to run the football, just how their setup is. And when you have a dynamic back that could run like they have had, I'm sure they want to go to the running. They bring the ball up. I don't know what happened.
And a penalty on Springfield.
Yeah.
That's their 4th accepted penalty of this opening quarter.
Yeah.
So spot the ball at the Brookfield 26-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Rankin and the Warrior offense. Good crowd as always, filing in. This the second year of this beautiful brand new turf here in New Middletown.
Yep, looks good.
Trips to the right. Man goes in motion, and a flag thrown, and it's a procedure penalty on Brookfield. And we have picked up right where we left off last week, 6 penalties here in the opening quarter so far.
Yeah, wasn't sure we was at this game. It looked like a replica of what we seen last week. And hopefully, like I said, that they'll get it together. It is early, but I'm sure the coaches are not happy with what they're seeing so far.
1st and 15, back to the 21-yard line. Exactly 9 minutes to play in our opening quarter. Warriors send 2 receivers out to the right. They've got a wing off the line to the left. They are going to give it to their tailback, who's able to get across the 25, and out near the 27-yard line is Rico Smith. He'll get the penalty back plus a little bit more, and going to bring up now a second down, and we'll say second down and about 9 to go after he gained 6 yards.
Yeah, nice little pickup there, which puts him in the 2nd and 9. Could run it again if you feel, and I do look like they are more decisive in running the football than they would want to put in the air.
So 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line. Scoreless opening quarter between Brookfield and Springfield here in New Middletown. Twins to the right, wing to the left side. They're going to give it to Smith, and this time no running room. He is swallowed up and driven back by the Springfield defense. Coming up for the Tigers to make that play, that's Kason Kosick, the senior inside linebacker who read that well.
Yeah, I mean, right there, that was clogged up from the beginning. He couldn't even get going at all on that play. Great defense, able to throw him for a loss also.
So this brings up 3rd down and 13 for Brookfield. 7:50 to play in a scoreless first quarter.
And here we go again, Mark. The quarterback is in a 3rd and long situation once again. And that's all we've seen so far is 3rd and longs, and that's tough on a young quarterback.
So 3rd and 13 from the 23-yard line. Man goes in motion. Rankin to throw. Going to take a shot downfield. That ball hangs in the air, intercepted at the 40, brought back inside the 30, and he's going to go out of bounds near the 25-yard line. That was Kason Kosick on the interception, number 6, and our first turnover of tonight's game.
Yeah, and there it is. You can see the comfortability of having to throw the football is not something they want to do, and he's rolling against the grain, basically, and throwing it back across his body, which is really hard to do anyway, and he just didn't have enough to get it down the field.
They're going to spot him down officially at the 28-yard line, so a short field for Coach Guerrero and the Tigers to work with.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for them to go ahead and capitalize on this mistake here in which Brookfield came with this interception. So if Springfield can get something going, they are in a good position to get something on the board.
So Marco Gentile, the quarterback. Dante Gentile is the tailback. Dante Gentile gets the football, try to run to the short side, and he's going to get back near the line of scrimmage. We'll say no gain. It's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, good defense there. They're flowing well to the ball and is able to make that stop right there.
So 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. 7 minutes to play in a scoreless first quarter here tonight between Brookfield and Springfield.
Maybe Springfield try to trip them up with a pass play here, but I do think both teams are more geared to running the football than they are to throwing it.
Single receiver to each side. Wingman goes in motion. Loose ball on the turf. They'll battle for it at the 34-yard line, and Brookfield gets the football right back on the Springfield turnover. And
they go to penalty flags flying.
That looked like it came post-turnover, but we'll have to wait for the officials to sort this one out.
Yeah, he had a little jostling in there, so I don't know what happened to the call.
Officiating crew has been busy. That's the 7th time they've thrown a flag here in the first quarter. So we will look down to the field for our officiating crew. Dead ball, personal foul on Brookfield. So that's 15 yards. But they will push the football back after the fumble recovery.
Yeah, they get the ball back, but they put themselves back in their own territory with that penalty, and a major one at that at 15 yards.
All the way back to the 19-yard line, 1st and 10 for Brookfield. And Brookfield, they've been working with long fields on this now, their 3rd possession.
Yeah, I mean, all of them have been deep in their own territory and trying to get out of that shadow of their own end zone, but they have not been able to relinquish that yet. So see if they can get something going on this drive.
Trips to the left. They empty the backfield for the quarterback, Josh Rankin, who's just going to keep it, try to run with it off the short side of the formation. And Rankin gets across the 20, down near the 21-yard line. He'll pick up 2. It's 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a battle of who can run the ball best, because, like I said, I think they're just best geared to running the football. They may throw something in here and a surprise here and there, but I think that's what we're going to have tonight, is the ball on the ground.
So 2nd down and 7. They actually gave him 3 yards on that carry. Again, they'll empty the backfield. Rankin in the pistol formation. Smith goes in motion. They fake it to him. A little pop pass over the middle. Intercepted at the 35-yard line. Across the 30.
And
down to the 27-yard line. And another flag comes in on the interception. That is, looks like that is Cash Richardson, number 12, on the interception for Springfield.
Yeah, that ball was behind the receiver and threw it right in the hands of Richardson. He made that interception, and now they have the ball going towards the end zone with an opportunity to score. But as we've seen, another flag.
The initial indication looked like it might be holding, but we've got our entire crew huddled up at about the 27-yard line before they let us know this penalty. That will be number 9 of this first quarter.
Wow. They've been coming out. It's unbelievable, too, because, you see a lot of penalties when the game like we had, more wide open, they're throwing the ball, different things. But this has mainly been a game of being on the ground, and it's just been one flag after another.
This is a bit of a prolonged conversation that continues at the 27-yard line. Clock stopped, 5:52 to play, opening quarter. No score between Brookfield and Springfield. And now we'll get the indication it's going to be holding on Springfield. A personal foul on Brookfield.
Personal foul against Brookfield.
So they will spot the football at the 23-yard line with those penalties offsetting. 7:18 here tonight in the opening quarter. 5:52 to play in this opening quarter.
Yeah, kind of weird. I mean, this here trying to. Okay, there's spot foul, so you see that's why the yardage difference. Both were major fouls. But the personal foul was a 15-yard variety, so that's where the extra 5 yards came in favor for Springfield to get it even closer to the end zone.
So the ball resting at about the 22-yard line. And now we'll see Springfield break the huddle, come from the sidelines. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the Brookfield 22-yard line.
And they huddle up, look like the captains over there. I don't know if it's just little extracurricular activities going on or whatnot, but they want to keep things under control, and I think that's what they're discussing right now.
And as a former player and a coach, you'd like to see this, want to get control of it, not let it get out of hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Just early in the game right now, we already see a lot of nerves in this game so far, just with the turnovers, the fumbling, the interceptions. They just need to settle this game down all the way around.
So Springfield comes to the line of scrimmage. Marco Gentile is the quarterback. Slot receiver goes in motion. Fake it to him. Gentile's going to keep it. Quarterback power, and he'll drive down to the 20-yard line, give him a gain of 2. It brings up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, get it. One more play, and maybe you can get inside the red zone and right at the 20. I mean, right on it.
Update on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard coming up after this play. Gentile going to go under center. Take the snap, give it on a stretch handoff to Dante Gentile. And he's able to get inside, and we'll see now down to the 15-yard line. He'll pick up 5. And that is going to bring up a 3rd down and a 3. On the Discount Power Sports scoreboard, under 6 minutes to play opening quarter, Mineral Ridge and Orange tied at 6.
Okay.
Rams trying to bounce back after a week 1 loss last week to Fairport Harding. Going to see an eye look this time. Kuboff, the fullback. Dante Gentile, the tailback. He's going to get the handoff.
He's close.
And going to be close to that 1st down marker. He needed 3.
That fall forward might have been enough to get him there. I don't know. It's going to be close, though.
They're going to say 4th down and less than a yard.
Yeah. I mean, probably a foot or so, and it looks like they're going to go for it also.
So they will keep the offense out there. Carson Cunningham brings in the play from the sidelines for the Tigers. 6 foot, 175-pound senior wide receiver. Again, out of the eye with Marco Gentile, the quarterback. Dante Gentile is the tailback. Gentile's just going to keep it this time. That's Marco on the quarterback keeper down to the 10-yard line. He'll get 3 and a Tiger first down.
And that's what they wanted to do. They had every indication of going for it, and they definitely did.
So that is a first down for the Tigers. And to spot the football at the 13-yard line so they can get a first down at the 3. We're down to 3 minutes, 40 seconds, and a scoreless first quarter here tonight between Brookfield and Springfield. Again, out of the I formation, single receivers to each side. Will turn, give the ball to Dante Gentile, and Dante Gentile is in for a 13-yard touchdown for the Springfield Tigers.
Wide open, too. I mean, a big hole opened up by the offensive line there, and he actually just took his time going through there and getting into the end zone. Nice opening there.
So Dante Gentile gets our first points on the board tonight. And this will be Kason Kosick to attempt the extra point. Snap a little high, gets it down. Kosick's extra point is up, and it is good. 3:27 to play in the opening quarter. It is Springfield 7, Brookfield 0. You're listening to Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. We'll be right back.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Back here to the Middletown, Springfield able to take advantage of the turnover, Dave, to get points on the board. Dante Gentile's 13-yard touchdown run, the extra point by Kosick up and good, and a 7-0 lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, and you want to get the first score right here at home and be in the lead. Now the pressure's on Brookfield to answer and try to match that in their next drive. Try to get that points back if they can.
This kickoff brought to you by Repair That Glass in Hubbard, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. Call them at 330-534-3192. That's a live ball, and the kickoff deflected off one of the upmen for Brookfield, but they are able to fall on the football at the 40-yard line, and luckily for them, maintain possession.
Yeah, that was a nice one because they were not ready for it. And good job by I didn't catch the number 67 for Brookfield. He was able to get there and get his hands and did the right thing. Didn't try to pick it up, but fall on it and make sure they had it secure. That was Nathan Cashmere who made that recovery, a 9th grader.
Josh Naylor, clutch for the Guardians, drives in 2 runs, and they take a 2-0 lead against the Pirates in Cleveland for the first of 3. Odd start time for tomorrow's game, too, at 6:05. That's not one I believe they've had all season. So Rankin takes the snap, puts it in the belly of Rico Smith, who turns the corner across the 45, cuts back to the 50, and goes out of bounds right at midfield, and that is 11 yards on the run and a first down for Brookfield.
Yeah, I can see he's a guy that you want to get out in space, and he could be a problem if he is out in space.
Mentioned it, 187 yards rushing last week against Hubbard on just 14 carries.
Yeah.
So Brookfield into Tiger territory for the first time at their 49-yard line with 3:16 to play in the opening quarter. Rankin takes the low snap, gives it again to Rico Smith, running to the short side. He has stood up after a 2-yard gain and driven into the Tiger bench as that defense came up aggressively to make the stop. Carson Cunningham, we mentioned his name earlier there on the stop.
Yep. Only was able to get a yard on that one, but they strung that out and was up on the tackle quickly and not allow him to get to the outside.
And we had this conversation. Would this team bounce back this week? We'll tell you who it is and what they have done after this next play on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. 2 receivers left, wing to the right side, now goes in motion. Low snap, and the quarterback Rankin will just fall on it.
Smart.
Back to the 45-yard line.
Smart move, just fall on it. He's done had so many, done had 2 to 3 turnovers already, and don't want another one right there.
Ursuline, a 19-0 lead on Bishop Hartley in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah, they responded quickly. In a game that they did last week, they trying to make a late comeback and try to pull that one out. Didn't have enough time on the clock to do so, but that was a great game for us to see last week.
3rd down, 16, back at the Brookfield 45-yard line. Trips to the wide side. They set up the tunnel screen to Rico Smith. Made the first man miss. Made the second man miss. Across the 50 and back to the 49-yard line. They'll pick up the 5 they lost, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 11 to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's best to try to play field position now. You want to kick that ball and get much on it as you can and force Springfield to have to try to drive the length of the field.
So 4th and long for Brookfield, and looks like we'll see Christian Davis on to punt the ball away. Single returner for the Tigers is back deep. That's Aiden Appel, number 1. Davis gets the kick away. Appel's going to play it on the turf hop at the 20. Cuts back to the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He may be gone. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown on the punt return for the Springfield Tigers. Aiden Appel on the return of about, 75 yards?
Yeah, it was close right in there and get that ball on the bounce. Get to the outside, picked up 1 block that he got early on. And once he got that 1 block, it was a nice lane down the left side of the field. And he took it down the numbers and took it all the way in for that touchdown.
So a 13-0 lead for the Tigers on the punt return by Aiden Appel, the senior wide receiver. And Kason Kosick on to attempt the extra point. Snap down, kick on the way, and the extra point is just inside the right upright and good. 1 minute to play, opening quarter. Springfield 14, Brookfield 0. We're back after a quick break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Pintura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 of each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Well, Dave, special teams coming through for the Springfield Tigers. Aiden Appel's 75-yard punt return. He got 1 block that he needed and had clear sailing down the sidelines.
Right, yep. You know, and when you get a ball on the hop, I used to love that. You get on the hop, it throws the timing of the team coming down to make the tackle. It throws the timing off, and all you need is 1 little seam block, and they can open things up, and that's exactly what happened on that, and he was gone.
This kickoff brought to you by Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call them at 330-534-3192. Well, the Tigers started to line up to kick this football away, and then both teams kind of still huddled up on their sidelines with a minute to play here in tonight's opening quarter. Our first time here to see this new turf, not our first time here, but to see the new turf. We weren't here last year, and they've done a fantastic job with it. Very easy to read, beautiful bright red scoreboard. They got the play clocks, another fantastic facility in the Valley.
And we've been fortunate to see quite a few of them that they have, renovated and different things they've done, and it's been looking good.
We've made Michael put some miles in over the last couple of years, traveling all over the Valley.
Yeah.
Again, next week, Ursuline and Farrell right here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. And then in 2 weeks, back into Trumbull County for Niles and Hubbard in the NE8 conference.
Yeah.
So Kosick set to kick the football away. Brookfield, 2 returners back at the 15-yard line. Bouncing kick, fielded on a hop again across the 30, 35, and out to about the 37-yard line. And been impressive, both returners. Those weren't your typical shortstop hops that Brian Rocchio would field for the Guardians. Those are those high hops where you got to reach up over your head and pull it in.
Yeah, he grabbed that in real nice. As that defending team was coming down and was hot on his trails, but he pulled it in and was able to secure it.
I actually think that hop was fielded better than Brian Rocchio would do, but that's a different conversation for a different day. 1st and 10 for Brookfield. You have 56 seconds to go in this opening quarter.
Well, it's imperative they have to score. They can't continue to get too far behind in this football game.
Rankin takes the snap, gives the ball to Rico Smith. Smith steps out of a tackle to the 40 before being twisted back. He's going to get, say, 4. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 with about 40 seconds to go in this opening quarter.
Yeah, he's a very, very patient runner. That's not a guy that just burst in there. He's very patient in reading his blocks and finding which way he should go.
And you got to be impressed by that type of vision. 2nd-year varsity player as a sophomore, but that's something you develop as you get older.
Yeah, usually it takes time to be able to run that way and develop off the blocks. But he's doing a great job of doing that.
Davis goes in motion, low snap. They give it to Smith. This time that play was blown up because there was the bobble on the exchange and knocked back to the 35-yard line. And it's going to be another 3rd down and long. It's going to be 3rd and about 11 for Brookfield.
And that's about the 3rd or 4th time they done had some issues with the center and quarterback.
We've come to the end of the opening quarter after 1. It is Springfield 14, Brookfield 0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Time to begin quarter number 2 here from New Middletown. Brookfield trailing Springfield 14-0. Brookfield has the football. 3rd and 10 from their 35. Now going right to left here in quarter number 2. Rankin going to roll to the short side. Going to look downfield. Pass caught. And looked like Christian Davis able to maintain his footing. Is close to that 1st down marker. He might be about a yard shy, Dave.
Yep, just about a yard shy. He's ready to take off, but he was already in the boundary area and stepped out of bounds.
The throw was a little high and just kind of took his momentum out of bounds, so he couldn't turn upfield.
And that's a dangerous throw, too, because he threw it to the inside shoulder, in which it could have been picked off for a pick 6. So
This is a big 4th and 1 for Brookfield from their own 44-yard line. They're going to snap it to Smith.
And there we go.
But we got a penalty.
Got to do that. Now they're going to have to punt.
That is the 10th penalty so far in tonight's game. 5 accepted each way. So 4th and 6, and I would assume Christian Davis will now punt the football away, and he will drop back to kick.
Yep. Yeah, that's sad, that opportunity to get that. They just, everything, the timing and everything is just off right now.
Aiden Appel drops to his own 22-yard line to return the kick from Davis. Good snap. Davis gets the kick away. Appel's going to signal for the fair catch and make it at the 27-yard line. Good kick by Davis, forcing Appel to signal for the fair catch.
Yeah, he absolutely got off a good one that time and got it high enough so his team can get down there and get up under that kick, and he had to call for the fair catch.
So Springfield will have the football with 11:49 to play here in this first half of action with a 14-0 lead on a Dante Gentile 13-yard touchdown run, and then an Aiden Appel 75-yard punt return.
Yeah, and I mean, that gets you in a bad spot for Brookfield, being 14 down. And here, really, you're almost a one-dimensional running team, so they can load the boxes on you and try to force you to pass. I don't know, like I said, if Brookfield is really comfortable with coming out and throwing the football.
Tough early schedule for Brookfield, playing Hubbard last week on the road. You play here at Springfield this week, and then they will open up their new field on campus against Valley Christian next week. If you're looking on the other side of things for Springfield, they host Geneva next week.
This is a game when you both come in without that win. You want to get that up under your belt, and it's like getting your season started then.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 28-yard line, left to right here in quarter number 2. 2 receivers go to the right, eye into the backfield. They turn, hand the ball off to Dante Gentile. 2 hands on the football across the 30, 35, still carrying tacklers, and all the way out to the 41-yard line. That is going to be a gain of about 12 yards and a Springfield first down.
Yeah, nice. He broke to the outside, got there to get that extra yard. It looked like he was going to be stopped before he could get to the first down marker. But once he got to the outside, he made sure he got there and allowed those chains to be moved once again.
And
there's a penalty flag.
Both teams were in their huddle, and we've got a penalty flag thrown.
Sideline warning, or is it actual?
That's a sideline warning on Brookfield, so that will not go to our total of 10 we have so far.
Yeah, that's just getting us ready to make sure we can see them when they start throwing them again.
Lights are on here in New Middletown, as we have 11:24 clock rolling here in the first half. Marco Gentile under center, eye into the backfield, and we've got another penalty flag as issue with the snap that time caused the infraction.
Yeah, this is something we didn't want to see, Mark, once again, because it just throws the flow of the football game. I mean, just in disarray. I mean, it's no flow at all. Can't get anything going on a continuous basis because of these flags. And they're legitimate. A couple of them we seen last week, we didn't know what was going on. If the guy was just having fun calling them. But this here, we really see things that's happening.
Marco Gentile under center, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They will hand it off to Dante Gentile, who hits the pile and falls forward. Short gain, maybe 1. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 14. Yeah, we've definitely, you mentioned it, Dave, we've seen both teams be content to just keep the football on the ground so far in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, I just see their comfortability is that running the football and not putting the ball up in the air. Not real sure of himself, especially Brookfield with the young quarterback. And really, Springfield has no need to have to really throw the football. They have been really good running it when they had the opportunity.
Trips to the right, single receiver left, play fake by Gentile, stepped away from a tackle, and then he's going to be hit and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Is coming up there defensively for Brookfield. That's Japer Malafau on the tackle, one of those top defenders for Brookfield.
Yeah, I mean, he's there in a hurry and able to shut that down. And he's out there with number 55 with the hair coming out, looking like Junior Seau.
Second quarter, Holy Name and Niles. That game is scoreless. So 3rd down and 17 facing Springfield. Going to put 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side of the formation. They're going to give it to a receiver on an end around with the flag on the play. Across the 40 down to the 49-yard line.
That's coming back.
That's Isaac Lamorcella on the carry, but that's going to be wiped away.
Yep.
So that is now the 7th penalty called on to Springfield here in the first half. So that gives us 12 infractions so far here in the first half of action.
It seemed like anything that they're running wide or anything of that nature, we seem to get the flag calls in, and that's really been tough to be able to do that.
So this is going to be 3rd down and long now facing the Tigers. They'll have the football at the 24. They need to get to the Brookfield 49 for a first down.
Yeah, what they usually say, Mark? 3rd and a half a mile.
Heard a lot, 3rd and forever.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Gentile takes the snap, trying to go downfield. That's Appel who makes the catch, made the first man miss, got across the 30 and out to the 32-yard line. They'll bring up 4th down. I even heard an announcer during semi-pro season say 4th down in Belmont Avenue, but I have no idea who would say something like that during a game. It was like 3rd down and 35.
Yeah, I mean, boy, I tell you.
So Dante Gentile to punt the ball away.
We'll see if Brookfield can capitalize on this. They should be able to get good field position. If they get any kind of return out of this, it can really be something good for them.
So Dante Gentile to punt. Christian Davis goes over the head of Dante Gentile. He's going to fall on it at the 5-yard line. And Brookfield's going to have the ball knocking on the door after the high snap and the turnover.
Well, we done seen a little bit of everything this evening so far. And we're talking about the flag, but we done seen interceptions, fumbles, all type of different ways, high snaps. We've been getting it all tonight. And this here is a big break for Brookfield, though, to be able to have an opportunity to score.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard, under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Mineral Ridge leading Orange 13-6. Score starting to come in now.
Yeah.
So Brookfield has it 1st and goal. They say officially at the 8-yard line. That's Davis at the quarterback spot. No, excuse me, that's Rico Smith who's going to keep the football, and he's going to score from 8 yards out. Rico Smith on the direct snap for the Brookfield touchdown.
Yep. And he's just so patient in his running. The Le'Veon Bell style is just waiting for your blocks to develop and then take your spots, and that's how he did it, right into the end zone.
So Smith has his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season after 2 against Hubbard. Brookfield will now come on to attempt the extra point. And it's Brandon Evans, number 23, to do the kicking. Low snap, they get it down, but the kick is up, and it is good. 7:57 to play, first half. It is Springfield 14, Brookfield 7. We're back after this break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
The Mahoning Valley Federals is the area's minor league football team. After only 2 years in existence and an appearance in the league playoff semifinal game, the Federals are looking to add Valley High School and college talent to help take the next step toward a league championship. For more information on how to become part of the Federals' journey, Go to Facebook at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team or contact General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
Back here in New Middletown,